Welcome to Here's How We Get There. It's the daily show filled with conversations about business and mental health in a down-to-earth style with real-world language. Now let's dive in with your co-hosts, Kenneth Shark Kinney and Trey Tucker.
All right, Shark, it's Sunday. What's the spiritual principle for today?
So I want to talk a little bit about fear and fear not. It's said by a lot of different people that fear not is in the Bible over 365 times, and it's actually not. But fear is discussed in the King James Version alone over 500 times. Fear not, though, is referenced over hundred plus times. And I think the importance of it is one of the most used phrases in the Bible. And it leans into a lot of what we feel for those of us that are Christians when we feel an absence of God and don't feel like we're close enough. We've forgotten or lost a lot of our faith, but the Bible reminds us over and over again. And I'll reference the Catholic Bible, the good one, the one that's correct. The Catholic Bible in Isaiah chapter 41, verse 10 says, "Do not fear, I am with you. Do not be anxious. I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you with my victorious right hand." And I think that's very important for all Christians to remember that God is with us, and that is where we derive our strength. And with it, you can take on a lot of things in the world that a lot of people fear. It causes us to often react the wrong way with fear. We see this. You as a therapist see this all the time. But for a lot of us that have that superpower, it's not what we get from within us. It's our superpower in what we believe in God. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think the key thing is these verses, almost every time God tells us not to fear, he gives us the reason not to fear. And the reason is not because we're so awesome or we're so strong or great or powerful or anything like that. The reason is because he says, because I'm with you. Mm-hmm. And I love that visual in the verse you had of my victorious right hand. That's you just picture how strong God's actual hand must be. Whatever it is that's scaring me in the moment, that's got to pale in comparison to that. And so much of culture tries to tell us, well, the power is in you. You're all you need. Essentially, just don't worry about anything else. You're your own source of strength. And that sounds good in the moment. But then when it comes right down to it and you're actually faced with something that's overwhelming, how's that working for you? Usually it doesn't work. And that's why so many people end up in a therapist office like mine. But the old acronym for fear, false events appearing real, there are so many things that we are scared of that haven't happened or never even happened. And so, the quote is something like, I've suffered many tragedies in my life, some of which have actually happened or a few of which have actually happened. So I think there's some wisdom there, is that not everything that's scary is actually real, but for the stuff that's both scary and real, if we take our eyes off of whatever we think that is and on to him, who's a whole lot bigger and stronger, then we can start experiencing some peace.
Well, fear not is repeated about 200 times in scripture. And those words are meant, whether it's through the stories of David or Daniel or whoever it is about, it's meant to inspire confidence and trust. And above all, anything else, put faith first. And sometimes it's hard for people to understand that don't believe. But those of us that do believe, I still believe it's our superpower. So good prayers and blessed beginnings to the rest of your day, everybody.
Thank you for joining Shark and Trey on the Here's How We Get There show. Make sure to rate, review, and subscribe to the show and visit here'showwegetthere.com. That's here'showwegetthere.com.